happening, people? Welcome to the MANC Talk. We are back with another weekly MANC Talk where we show the pride of Manchester. Well, half a side is probably pride, half a side is a bit sorrow. But Big Steve, how are you, mate? After your, you know what I mean? How's your week been? You know what I mean? You're famous now. You know what I mean? You're becoming more famous than me now. Lad Bible, everything, all that. You know what I mean? What's going on?
I'm feeling the love, man. Nah, it's been a mad one, you know. Since the Lad Bible, they clipped that last bit up where I was obviously talking about City and that, and I think it resonated with a lot of City fans.
Yeah, of course.
So got loads of messages and stuff. Micah Richards and a few of the ex-players messaged me, which is brilliant.
Big up, man.
And it's been a mad week, topsy-turvy week. Followers are going up crazy.
Yeah, now deserve it, man.
But it's been a good week for City, to be honest.
Represented by Poland now as well.
The Polish,
Did you go to Poland or something?
Big shout to the Man City Poland crew. There's a big mob of them. Fair play.
Yeah.
A little story about that. They came to my shop.
Yeah.
When they first came from Poland, and he walked in the shop, one of the guys, and he had a Man United lanyard around his neck with his phone.
Oh.
And I said to him, "What's that shit there?" And he went, "Manchester." And I went, No. I show you proper Manchester. I took him to the match.
Yeah.
And this guy now has got Man City tattoos. He's home, away, Europe, Man City, and he's got a crew of about 60 Polish that go every game with him. So Man City, all the dough that these Polish guys are spending at the club, I want 5% because I brought them there, innit? No, but big up to them. I tell you what, to come to this country and they love the football, the ground hopping and all that. But Man City, Poland, thanks for the scarf, boys.
Listen, when you talk about 60, there might be a few United fans following you because at the minute, you know what I mean, it's crazy because
the rats are jumping shit, man.
Listen, there's some DMs I've been having, man. You know what I mean? There's some DMs of some guys, mate. They're seriously considering jumping over to the blue side. Mate.
I've got two currently at the minute in my DMs, and if you're watching this, you know who you are, asking me for my stamp of approval for them to join Man City, and I've sent them a list of chores they've got to do first to get into the Man City
what is it?
I'm not telling you because they don't know. I'm screenshotting everything.
Wow.
So I'm going to do the video of a Manchester City ruined my life. It's happening for some United fans. Man City is ruining their life.
Listen, who would have thought of it, man? When I was...
Man United ruined my life, innit, when I was a kid. So it's just, his tables are turning,
The tables, you know what, people don't want to talk about, but have the tables turned. You know, when you look at the way Man City go, you got a new sponsor today or something like that?
Two new sponsors, multi-million-pound sponsors. The big hotel in Dubai, sponsoring the training ground facilities, doing soccer schools out there. And then we've just announced before we came on here that they've got some sustainable energy company in the United Arab Emirates that's sponsoring them. So listen,
sustainable. Keyword sustainable. You know, we've got, Matt Judges.
Do you know what always got me right?
Yeah.
They say that Manchester City, these dodgy sponsorship deals, right? But if you actually look at it, if you own a company and you've got 10 million quid and you want to sponsor a football team, who's the most successful football team in England right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
United?
No, successful.
Oh, successful. Liverpool.
How do you get out? We've won the most fucking... In the last 10 years.
Oh, the last 10 years, I think it's the most successful
right now,
ever.
who's winning trophies now?
Man City.
Us, right?
Man City.
Who's playing the best football?
Man City.
Right? Who's got the best players? Us. So if you're a company, you want to associate with champions and winners,
True.
So that's why City's getting the sponsorship deals. Not because they're making black deals up in the Emirates office and just doing it.
True.
People want to be associated with winners. When Man United was winning trebles, the sponsorship deals were coming out their ass.
Sharp and all that.
Because everyone wanted a bit of Man United because they were global, innit?
Yeah, of course.
And that's what's happening at City. So people need to realise that it ain't slowing down.
Yeah,
the Man City Express train is not slowing down, let me tell you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not slowing down, but we have to talk about the red side of Manchester first, you know what I mean? Manchester United, player power, discontent. You know what, man? Boo-hoo, man. That's all I say to these lot, mate. They're overpaid, overpriced. And you know what, Steve? I want them all out, mate. Anyone who doesn't want to be at this football club, get the heck out, mate. I'm being serious.
Do you think there's too many players there now on big contracts? It's going to be hard to get them out, you know?
Yeah, I know it is. And that's shame with the football club.
It is.
It really, really is an indictment of the football club of how far we've fallen. But some of these players, mate, they don't understand what it means to wear for the badge right here, what we're seeing right now. You know, when you look at the history of what we've been through, and what we've gone, you know, to this day here to build this football club, and Alex Ferguson, to these lot to say, you know what, you know, I want more money, or I don't play enough games. You know, you earn the right to play, Steve. You know, when you look at the fact that we used to have players like Park Ji-sung, you know, who were squad players, you know, but still want big things. You know, these were players that wanted to make an impact. You know, Wes Brown wasn't always on the first team sheet, but he gave his all. Champions League winner. Twice Champions League winner.
I think Phil Jones' performance the other night shown a lot of them up.
You see that picture that went viral, isn't it?
Credit to Phil Jones as well, because to come back in out the cold when he's probably got more right than anyone to be upset and to put a shift in. Fair play to him, because I tell you what, I mean, people think it's banter, right? But you've got to look at football with your eyes, right? Something bad is going on at Man United behind the scenes because they're getting played with every single transfer. When did you last time see Man United all of a sudden pop up and sign a player that everybody wanted, but Man United snatched him? The Ronaldo deal stunk of agents blagging it. The Harry Maguire. Listen, if you look at the players that apparently Pep wanted, Alexis Sanchez, Harry Maguire, Fred. According to the press and according to all the Man United 12-year-old kids on internet, we stole them players from you. Thank fuck you did, because none of them was getting anywhere near our squad.
And we wanted Diaz as well. We wanted Diaz, and he took him ahead of us.
And what a signing. And then you look at City, who going out there signing Leroy Sané. They're signing Ferran Torres, doubled the money on him. You've got Ruben Diaz, Emerick Laporte. Do you know what I mean? Bernardo. So they're just making little additions here and there.
I'm not going to say you don't make bad signings, but you quickly erase it with a good signing. We've not done that. When was that time we had a bad signing and then we got a good signing after that?
But you've got players like Juan Mata still there.
I know,
on the bench. You've got people like who are hanging about, and you're thinking, hold on a minute, you should have gone 3 or 4 years ago, mate. That's why City don't do it. We've get rid of our legends. Sergio Aguero, he should get one more deal. City bump.
That would have been. You know what? That's the big point. What you just say there. You know, we would have gave Aguero another 2-year contract.
100%.
Easily. But City, what do they do? He's past his best. He's coming to the end of his career now. You know, his legs are not there yet. What we want to do as well, the pressing game.
We've got a structure in our club with the directors of football, Ferran and Tixi and all them, where they make the big decisions that have to be made. And what they do is they don't disrespect the player. They basically say, look, we're giving you a free transfer or whatever. Thank you for your service. There's a plaque on the training ground. There's this, that and the other. They give him a send-off at the last game. They leave a legend. Because the last thing I want to see is Yaya Toure bumbling about in midfield getting roasted because his legs have gone and we give him a 2-year deal.
It's true.
Last thing I want to see is Vincent Kompany getting twisted up like a pretzel off some young striker. And me thinking, fucking hell, Vinny's passed
basically it like Rio Ferdinand at QPR.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Embarrassing, mate. I'm sorry, Rio Ferdinand, if you're watching
he knows
this.
that. He knows that himself.
He knows it, but it was embarrassing.
Gravy train, wasn't it?
It was, and that's the thing for me. It's like, Juan Mata's still there. The man Matic should be midfield. Would Pep Guardiola be playing? Listen, I get Fernandinho, but Fernandinho's now
could be a coach, I think.
Yeah, but as also he gets put in games where it's suited to his tailor needs.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? And for us, we've been giving a lot of these players excuses time and time. I think some of them are just overrated, mate. For me, Rashford overrated. I'm sorry.
Marcus Rashford is not an elite striker.
He's not.
And you can say he's an England striker and this, that and the other.
But he's not an England squad anymore.
But he's not an elite striker. But the thing is, these Man United players, they get gassed up to death. People put them so high on a pedestal. And then anyone else that talks bad about him, you don't know what you're talking about. He plays for Man United. But that Man United he's playing for is not the Man United before.
No.
Would Marcus Rashford get in the 99 treble team?
No.
He wouldn't even carry the water bottles because he's not even good for that.
He wouldn't even get into that 2012-13 team.
I'll be
serious with you. Because for me, Welbeck at that time, it was a better player. I'm being sorry. But Welbeck used to be playing well. In them big games, Welbeck was there. Real Madrid.
Harry Maguire, captain of Man United.
You know what, man? I got it wrong with Harry Maguire. I put my hands up, man. I got it horribly wrong, mate. He's no captain. He's no leader. You know,
you look at Ruben
million.
Diaz, he comes in at 65 mil. He takes the absolute league by storm. He's throwing his head in front of balls. He's fighting like mad to improve all the time, and he's now become the captain of Manchester City in a season. That is what we've done our own work on him.
100%.
And everyone was saying we were going to sign Koulibaly from Napoli. So City was throwing out that one. Koulibaly. Everyone's looking at that deal, and while that deal's getting talked about, we just snatched Ruben Diaz.
100%.
Same with Laporte. We missed out on Sanchez because they got greedy. Next day, there's a private jet flying to Bilbao. Emerick Laporte's over. Bang, signed.
True. You know, when you look at the squad, United squad, you know, when you look how inflated it is, United, have they got it terribly wrong in terms of their strategy? Because when you look at it, it's just kind of Alexis Sanchez. You know, you're looking at Di Maria, Falcao. There's a lot of players who's thrown money.
No, but they don't become bad players. Doesn't
Yeah.
it tell you something, right? If you sign Alexis Sanchez at the time, who's ripping up trees, he goes to Man United, he looks absolutely depressed. Right? So the place is obviously not the happy place where you think it is. You sign Di Maria, he comes over here, he didn't do it, yeah? You sign Falcao, he comes over here, he didn't do it. Even Zlatan, he did it, but he's gone away now and he's slated the mentality of the club, saying when I got there, it was not the place I thought it was.
Of course. Did you see that video I put on Instagram yesterday?
Yeah.
He said it might be a better squad, but at least we won trophies, you know what I mean? And
there you go, because he's a winner, man. That's what he wants.
He's a winner. These lot here are not winners. They're a bunch of crybabies. And that's why, for me, Steve, I'd have no hesitation in selling the...
They're throwing managers under the bus.
Again. I know.
They threw Van Gaal under the bus. Mourinho under the bus.
Even Ollie.
Ollie under the bus. And now this Ragnick, now it's coming out now, we don't like his system and we don't like this. Well, what do you like? Because it's not like you winning the Premier League so you can tell the manager what you like.
Exactly.
You're winning fuck all. Yeah, you're getting embarrassed at home off your nearest rivals. Liverpool's panned you for 5. Do you know what I mean? You're getting beat off Wolves.
Wolves,
right?
So,
hold on a minute. It's now time to listen to the manager, innit? But the fan base needs to change because the fan base is always blaming the Glazers or the manager. The Glazers or the manager, right? Paul Pogba, I don't care about what... You can slag me for Paul Pogba, but I'm talking in facts, I'm talking in facts.
Are you talking about the bigger picture?
No, I'm talking about the bigger picture of Paul Pogba. He doesn't want to be there. It's not a happy place for him to play football. Whether that's Pogba's fault or not, we know that Paul Pogba is world class, right? But when he turns up for Man United, he's not world class. It's like he's going through the motions. It's like he's just doing what he needs to do.
I get what you're on about, Are you trying to say get players that want to be there at the football club?
Yes. Because you get players that want to be there for Man United, you'll create a culture in there of a team that's going places, and then the big boy names will come into that squad, and because it's a happy place, they'll enjoy the football. Paul Pogba, to me, looks like he hasn't enjoyed football at Man United since the day he walked in. He looks to me that when he goes on France duty, he's bouncing.
Yeah. But I think that's for most of them, really. You know, when you look at Paul Pogba, you're looking at Martial, you're looking at Rashford, you're looking at all these players. You're even looking at Sancho, you know what I mean? 72 million. We bought him for 72 million. And he's suffering under this...
Yeah, because he's trying to play this new 4-2-2-2 finger system. You need width, man.
Steve.
You need width.
I think we're cursed. I think there's a bad omen. And I think, you know what, mate, Stephen? I'll be honest with you. I just can't see anything changing. We've tried everything. We've tried Mourinho.
Well, Ragnick's only been there 5 minutes, so and the problem he inherited was a bad one. But like you say,
it's not fixable though, is it? In about 6 months.
No, it's 2 or 3 years down the line, and that's if you get everything right. If you get it all wrong, or someone throws a spanner in the works. But the thing is, Man United is such a bigger of a club, you can't afford to have 2 to 3 years.
No,
you can't. And the Glazers, the way they thought about it is let's throw money at it. Let's throw money at it. They spent over £1 billion, and it's still not looking any better.
Yeah,
you've got great individual players where you look round the team and you think, oh, I'd have him, I'll take him. But when you look at the team spirit, you can't buy team spirit. That has to come with players and personalities.
Yeah, you know what, you're right. It's two different groups of players, 3 different. You've got players from Moyes' era in Van Gaal. You've got players from different eras still playing at this football club, and it's like, to do all that for me, Steve, like I said to you, I wouldn't mind it under 23s playing to the end of the season.
Do you know what they need to do for me?
Yeah.
This Ragnick needs to come bring some sort of system in, what he's doing, that's fine. He needs to go away and as someone identify the talent, because he's got a track record of bringing in great talent, right? Yeah. They need to bring in a new manager who needs to continue.
Who wants to come in though when you look at it?
I don't think a lot do, but what I think needs to be done is the new manager needs to come out with an open letter to the fans of Man United and say, look, there's a lot of issues in this football club I need to address. You've got to get with me. We might not get it right this season. We might not get it right next season. But I can promise you, going forward, little steps, we're going to be going in the right direction. I think United fans will take that.
Yeah, of course. I want to see some sort of plan in place to know that in 2-3 years' time, we might not be back challenging, but we're at least competing. Like how Dortmund are doing right now, where they're never going to be on the same level as Bayern, but they'll win a few trophies here and there, and they'll cause them a scare. And I think Man City, by the way, we'll talk about them in a bit, but they will dominate. But when you look at bad management of players, would Guardiola tolerate
none of them?
Shaw for 7 years at his football club being inconsistent? Rashford here and there, wants 200 grand a week. Imagine now I don't know, a player like Ferran Torres or someone, I don't know, someone in your team that's not playing to his potential that wants a new contract?
Not happening.
You
do not get a new contract at Manchester City for nothing. If you're playing well out your skin, you'll get a new contract. We don't give contracts willy-nilly. You look at it, like you say, Vincent Kompany, David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Yaya Toure, all didn't get the deal because Guardiola knows when.
They could have easily given another year
it up.
if they wanted to.
Yeah, out of sentiment. You could have said, you know what, he's been that good, Aguero, let's give him another year. But they don't do that. What they do is they're pinning down the big boys, Bernardo, Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, all signing new contracts, new deals at the club. The future of the club is secure.
Future of the club, you know, you're looking at Delap, the other guy.
And the thing you're going to see now is, at Manchester City, the pathway to the first team has been lit up by Foden. So before Foden, these young players were getting sticky feet, like Sancho, and moving on, thinking we're never going to get through. But now, they're looking at Cole Palmer, McAtee, and BT, Kai, and thinking, you know what? He's giving us a chance.
You know, when you just look at the infrastructure of Man United and Man City, like, listen, I live in bang in the middle of Manchester, yeah? So it's halfway to East Manchester, halfway to South Manchester. You know what I mean? And when I look at the infrastructure, when I go past Man City's ground, the training ground is next to, you know, your stadium. That's how it should be. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you look at...
It's the Barcelona model.
Exactly. La Masia is next to them.
They came in, and we've got the Barcelona directors, we've got the Barcelona team in there, we've got Pep Guardiola coming in.
And we've got bankers.
Everything's done.
And we've got bankers.
Football. What Pep Guardiola said is, this football club have provided me with a football heaven.
Yeah.
I don't want for anything. They even said he can't play enough golf. He loves golf.
Yeah.
So they've just built a golf simulator in the training ground for Pep.
There you go.
So when he's finished training, he likes playing golf, so he don't have to go anywhere. He just plays the simulator. They've got him there. There are people telling me about him getting off the bus after away games at midnight, going in his office, watching the game, studying. The guy's a winner, man.
And then on occasion he'd be on his bike, you know what I mean?
Riding around Manchester at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
He could be the canal pusher. Could be Pep, innit? Riding
Don't
past
be accusing anyone
of No, I'm just saying it, you know, 3 in the AM, he could be flying past someone on the old canal and booting him in. United fans get in, boom, wallop.
Do you know what, to be fair though, you know what I mean? There might be a few United fans in the canal because...
He will be soon.
I'm telling you, man, you know what it is, man, it's just, for me, are we looking at a shift in... I know it's already a shift in power in Manchester here. He has been for the last 10 years, but I'm talking about where Alex Ferguson used to have...
It looks like you've picked up Manchester City and dropped him in Old Trafford, and you've picked up Man United and dropped him in Man City. That's the difference. Alex Ferguson said it will take Manchester City 100 years to catch Man United. He said that. The paper thing was going about yesterday on the internet. He said in his lifetime, Manchester City will never be favourites against Man United. Everything he's come out and said has bitten him on the arse.
Yeah, Phil Jones, the next Duncan Edwards.
Yeah, you know, shit like that. But this is the thing with Man United.
The successor.
The chosen one. The special one.
Yeah.
The fucking
as much as I love
one.
Alex Ferguson, he has caused a few, you know what I mean, situations.
Alex Ferguson was a monster.
Yeah.
And he was a winner. And he but they stuck with him.
Sometimes though, you know, when you have people that love the club that much, and the club allow him to make decisions because he knew what's best for Man United.
He should never have chose Moyes.
Never. But that's where the downward spiral came from. If he'd have chosen a proper manager then, maybe I thought Mourinho could have came after Alex Ferguson. That would have been the better choice. But then it was like Van Gaal came in, and I thought for me Van Gaal was harshly sacked. I thought he was creating a plan because remember I City, I thought that was your toughest opponent. When you look at it, Van Gaal beat you how many times? 4-2 at home.
Van Gaal was all right.
Yeah, Van Gaal was all right. So that was for me the kind of.
But the United fans were impatient. They won the FA Cup under Van Gaal?
Yeah, FA Cup.
That wasn't good enough. We want this, we want that. Now they're winning nothing. You take an FA Cup for a few years just to take you along.
I take an FA Cup this year, mate. You know, I need to go to Wembley. The only reason I go to Wembley now is to go see England. You know what I mean? You've been to Wembley about 10 times in the last 2 years.
Madness, mate.
You know what I mean? But when you look at Guardiola, and that was my next subject, is will you see the domination now of Guardiola in terms of Man City now? Do you reckon you could dominate for the next 10 years? When you look at Chelsea's situation now, obviously we'll touch on Lukaku.
We've basically dominated domestically for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's time to this season, we've got to be looking at that Champions League to get that on the board. But
you win that and then it kind of eases everyone in it.
But the pressure's coming from outside, it's not coming from in. Sheikh Mansour's not gone on record and gone, Pep Guardiola needs to win the Champions League or he's a failure. When he got Pep Guardiola, he said to him, you need to make us win domestically every season so we can be considered top boys in England. Now we're considered that. The Champions League, how many times has Arsenal been in the Champions League? How many years? Yeah, they've got to one final. We've been in it 12 years, got to one final, got to a semi-final. It's coming, do you know what I mean? Are people going to look back at Pep and go, oh, he didn't win the Champions League, so it's a failure?
But he did actually win it, though. It's just that Man City haven't won it. But again, though, are they closer to us? You know, they could easily win 2 in 5 years if they wanted to. You know what I mean? And that's how scary it is.
Once we get one in the bank.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I think you'll find.
And we've only won 3 in that history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll find us getting.
We won one in '68. Was it 68? Yeah, 68, 99, 2008.
Yeah.
So they're spread around. You know, 20.
No, because it's a competition where anything goes. This is what I was saying to you. Chelsea can appoint a manager mid-season. He can come in. He can lose the FA Cup. Yeah. He can struggle in the league, but win the Champions League. Yeah. That's how mad the Champions League is.
True.
But you look at what Man City's doing domestically to keep that level.
Yeah.
Right, and just let me tell you this, yeah.
Yeah.
To keep that level of performance in every competition like Pep does is unreal. You've got Jurgen Klopp going, oh, we have to field a weakened team in the Carabao Cup and all that. But nobody mentioned City's team the other week. We had about 6 or 7 kids on the bench.
True.
Sky Sports didn't even have the pictures of them.
Yeah.
But you know what? We didn't mention it because we're just getting on with it.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp now, apparently, the League Cup, they want to win that. But for years, it was a shit trophy. But now it's a mint trophy.
We'll touch on that.
Do you know what I mean?
But you know, in terms of, like, you know, when you look at like Liverpool, right? Mo Salah and Salah, they're getting on now. They're going to their peak and then they'll get past their peak. You know, whereas I don't think they've got the money to compete with you guys. FSG are not the greatest, you know, spenders. Like last year, they didn't spend any money. Chelsea, you know, they've always got a bit of drama going on. You know what the Gremlins are like, innit? They've always got drama going on.
But they can't, like Liverpool can't moan. You've won the European Cup, right? So you got more money than anyone else. You won the Premier League, you got money than anyone else. Yeah. Right? You spent 75 million on the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got slaughtered for buying Edison for 35. They spent 75 on Alisson, no one says out. But the thing is, Man City, the only football team, are not allowed to replace players.
Yeah.
We don't go out there. If we lose David Silva, surely we go to God, we're right to replace him. He was there 10 years. If we use we've not even replaced Aguero yet.
Yeah, I know. That's scary.
So what people need to realise
is, the league, you haven't replaced Aguero. Let that sink in.
We've got £100 million Jack Grealish on the bench, just easing himself into the team. There's no pressure there. Is
that the model at City? We just don't. Everything's calm. Everything's.
Listen, if we're 6th in the Premier League and Jack Grealish isn't getting a game, by all means throw mud and glass and stones at Man City and say, wow. Yeah. Manchester City are 10 points clear of Chelsea, 11 points clear of Liverpool. We've won 11 straight wins on the bounce and Jack Grealish is on the bench. But you know why he's on the bench? Because we don't need him at the minute. So that's what people need to realise. So don't be worrying about Jack, because Jack's in a team that's winning shit. Worry about the people like United who spent 75 million on Sancho and the 22 points behind Man City. Worry about why Sancho ain't keeping Man United up there, because under Solskjaer they were 2nd. Under this guy now and Solskjaer's reign, the 7th. CR 7th.
Yeah, well, cheers, mate. No, but it just shows you when you talk about Oli being 2nd. You know, was it? That's why I said it was a false position last year, and I got slaughtered for that because Liverpool were that.
But the
bad.
Results didn't lie though.
Results didn't lie, but then again, the way he's left us in this position, you know what I mean, where the squad is inflated. Now he's got a dressing room full of where favourites were. It's all a bit of mess. Whereas you guys, you don't have no favourites. You rotate well, you know.
Because Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the world, and all these young kids that go, yeah, but he can't do it without no money. Listen, Pep Guardiola earned the right to manage the best teams in the world because he took a Barcelona team that was winning jack shit to the top of English football. He changed the style of football. He roasted the whole of Europe with it. So he become the best. Bayern Munich wanted him. He went to Bayern Munich. He won the trophies there. Right? He didn't quite fit in there. He's moved on. He's been at Manchester City now longer than he ever was at Barcelona. He loves Manchester City like it's his own little baby.
That just shows you that when you have that.
But do you know why, Saeed? We created an atmosphere and we gave him all the tools. I watched the documentary and they said if Man City lose, they have a meeting and they say, right, why did we lose that game? And then he tells the truth.
Well, I watched the documentary, I did this and I see it. But and that for me worries me because Guardiola, for me, loves the club, and that's where, you know, normally you have a manager like Pellegrini, didn't really look like he was interested. Mancini loved the club. Pellegrini didn't.
Pellegrini was a step. We needed another step, and fair play to Pellegrini, won us trophies. And then when the timing was right for Guardiola, they said in the season they said Pep's coming next year. Pellegrini, fair play to him, he stepped aside, probably a bit harshly.
Yeah.
But this Guardiola, if I could give anyone a 10-year contract, it'd be him.
Well, he's only, what, 52, 53?
But the thing is, I think he's that intense as a manager. He gets a bit burnt out and he needs a break.
Of course.
Because like you say, he went to New York, wherever he went with after Barcelona for a year. And I think you might see that with him.
Yeah, you know what? Because of how his brain works, Steve, I think he needs that break, because you look at your brain's going like 100 miles an hour, and it's like you need that break.
His family don't live here, you know that, innit?
Yeah, no, they live is back in Spain.
So he's here on his own.
There you go.
Whether that's better for him, maybe it's just total football.
It's crazy.
But you must miss your family, innit? You must miss your family in that.
Yeah,
fair play to him.
Of course, 100%.
Fair play to him. Mourinho was the same when he
did. Yeah, well, he
lived
lived
in town.
You know what I mean? And that's, we'll leave it as that. But I want to touch on the Liverpool debacle. Malak Grizz was on defending Liverpool, saying...
always defending Liverpool.
Do you think that was a joke of a decision yesterday? Yeah, I mean, yes, they have a right to ask for a postponement. But to say that we want to cancel this game and then to have Shrewsbury on the weekend, it's a bit. It leaves. I just think it's very confusing. Does it send the right message to you when Aston Villa fielded their weakened team? Who was it the other time when they went to the Champions League? Was it? Do
you want me to tell you something? But I'm telling you this now, right? They're saying, oh, Man City's got no COVID cases, right? Manchester City's COVID bubble that they've put them players in is unreal. And the night before games, they're staying in the Man City Academy hotel at the ground. Yeah? The players stay there. It's clean, disinfectant, it's all temperature checked, everything. Yeah. So our players are safe, yeah? I went to Arsenal at weekend and walked in the Hilton Hotel in the morning. The full Arsenal team's having breakfast with everyone else.
Wow.
Right? So when Arsenal's telling you they got COVID cases, they're walking around the hotel at Islington. I went in my room and I had someone else's hairs in my sink, so I ain't being cleaned, right? So them Arsenal players, must be the same. Yeah. And the Liverpool team, my friend who had COVID, the week before, went to the Liverpool last match where they played, and he sent me pictures in the Titanic Hotel at Liverpool with a full team. So you're putting your team in public hotels where COVID's rife. Don't be crying when you get COVID. You know what I mean? Spend a few quid, get them in a secure bubble somewhere, or hire the full hotel out. Yeah,
they can't,
and get it cleaned.
Maybe they can't afford it.
No, they probably can't.
Lack of spending.
You know what I mean? Get a travel lodge or something.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But it's you know what it is. Yeah, a lot of people say typical Klopp in it, getting his own way now.
But Grizz is going the goalkeeping coach. What the fuck's a goalkeeping coach got to do? If he's out for 5 days, Alisson's a goalkeeper. He plays for Liverpool. Yeah. If you haven't got someone throwing the ball at you for 5 days, get one of the youth keepers to do it.
Yeah, that's what they normally do.
Oh, the physio's mate, the one who gets the bandages, he's got it. The woman in the canteen, Sheila, she's got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's all the bullshit with that Liverpool mob, innit? But that's them, innit?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? The Premier League now, they're thinking, oh shit, our asses have fell out now. Yeah. We might win the Carabao. All of a sudden now, the Carabao Cup's like the bollocks.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? But when City's winning it, it's nothing.
Because you know why? Because you got to look at Jurgen Klopp's domestic record.
He's won 2 trophies in 6 years.
What are you trying to say he's a fraud?
No, but what I'm saying is, right, how can people say that Pep Guardiola is a fraud when Klopp's won 2 trophies in 6 years? Okay, you've won 2, but they're going on like Liverpool with Bolton and they've made them win the European Cup. Liverpool was like there, they spent the dough. Yeah. They've got Salah, Mane, Firmino, Alisson, Van Dijk. Fabinho, they've got Fabinho, Thiago. So they've got a decent. So they're not fucking Watford. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you've got what you deserve. Yeah, you've won the European Cup, fair play to you, and you've won the Premier League. Pep Guardiola wins it this year before Premier League's out the last 5. Yeah. When does he get respect?
There you go.
And then they're going, Man City, it's not fair. They're turning it into a Farmers League. Fuck off with that. Because Man United was ripping everyone up. No one said it was a Farmers League then. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I was like, that's why I felt like a bit. When Grizz and Matisse were just giving Man City too much praise, like, what can you do? I said, but what can you do better though? You got dismantled by Man City.
They've got to look at their own team, innit?
Brighton, they dropped points. Burnley dropped points. Should you be dropping points at home?
Would you ever remember the day that Chelsea would be telling you, we've got injuries, our squad's not big enough? You know what I mean? Would you ever be saying that?
No.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's just because Man City.
And when we used to lose a title, I remember the last 10 games when we lost the title, I was absolutely gutted. It's that 6 point on the game against Everton.
Yeah.
We dropped points. So these were the things you have to look at. And we looked at that season, we thought we failed. But I feel like with everyone now, it's like, yeah, but Man City are too good and that. But look at your own team, mate.
Crystal Palace beat us.
There you go.
Southampton drew with us. West Ham beat us in the cup. You know what I mean? Brentford just give us a rough ride. Arsenal give us a rough ride.
Yeah.
Listen, the season's not over. You're not going to get one Man City fan that says that this title's over. We're just going right to the end. If we can catch Man United...
There's no self-belief anymore
we're going to keep
the fan base and certain managers as well. That's why they're moaning now. And that's why Jurgen Klopp is focusing on this EFL Cup, you know what I mean? But I want to touch on Lukaku and the apology. Did you see the apology, by the way?
I just think the whole thing was weird.
Yeah.
Just bad timing, man. No need for it. What you try to achieve by it. Inter Milan's got no money, they're not going to come back and buy you.
Yeah.
It's not harmful for it's not helpful
they
for Chelsea.
They should have seen it coming though. I told Matisse this was coming with Lukaku and he didn't want to listen. I said it, man, he's a bad omen, mate, and when he's in that dressing room, mate, and he did it at United, he was moaning about his lack of game time and he was moaning about his time at Old Trafford. Then he went to Anderlecht and trained with them.
Yeah.
And then he did that interview. I think, he must have done that interview that summer when he went to Inter, that American interview, when he was on an American podcast. You know, for me, I think, you know, sometimes, does he think that he's better than what he is? He tries to think that he's like the God's gift.
Well, you look at him now and say like a Real Madrid or someone get back to the top of the game. You're looking at him and you're thinking, he brings a few problems. I'm not buying him.
There you go.
You spend £100 million. They're calling Jack Grealish for going on a night out. He hasn't sat there and said Pep Guardiola's this, that, and the other.
Yeah, true.
He's threw me under the bus. Jack Grealish is just Jack Grealish is a young lad, but Lukaku, I don't know what these Chelsea fans now don't even want him there.
There you go. You know what I mean? Big up to Mackie, but she was like, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I was reading a story yesterday. She was just like, don't know if you'll ever be the same.
No, because it leaves a nasty taste in your mouth as a player.
Of course.
We had the Tevez thing.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? With Tevez, and a lot of fans loved him when he come back, and a lot of fans could never forgive him.
No, I think we never could forgive him what he did. You know what I mean? And then he went to do that thing in front of Ferguson in the League Cup. You know what I mean? And then obviously Wayne Rooney was different because he was already a kind of a legend in the making. You know what I mean? Lukaku, you know, what kind of allegiances does he have? You know what I mean? It's like, for me, I just thought the interview looked a bit scripted for me. You know, he looked like someone had a gun behind him. You know what I mean?
It was just strange. I've never seen out like it before.
No,
and I just thought,
it just shows you, man. You know what I mean? In terms of player power at football right now, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. Like, normally, you know, when you say them kind of words, okay, you know, I think now in modern day football now, a manager can't do it anymore where you can just say to that person, you're training with under 23s for a few weeks. You can't, can you? Because it costs 100 million. And also, it's the fact that the owners be like, yo, settle your differences now.
But Arteta's done it with Oba.
There you go.
So fair play to him for doing that.
Shows you a different style of club, innit? Arsenal, maybe traditional club where they value their morals and they value what.
Sometimes, if you're a manager and you've got an headache in the dressing room, sometimes to get rid of him, it makes the whole team ethic better. And I think Arsenal are a better side without him. I don't think they need him.
Yeah.
Some of the effort, I think it was it the Everton game where he was strolling around, didn't really care, missed a chance late on.
The United game as well was the same.
Yeah, and you think, you know, and he's probably gone stale there now. So Oba needs to find new challenge, and Everton need to move on.
Of course,
Arsenal need to move on.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And obviously the transfer window is open, Steve. Anyone you're thinking that you want to get this?
I don't think we're going to go for anyone looking at what's coming out. I don't think we're going to go for him in January. I think there's something on the horizon for the summer, definitely. But I don't think City will strengthen. I mean, don't forget we've lost Mendes to Strange Ways.
Yeah, Strange Ways.
And we've lost Torres.
What a signing that is.
You know, Strange Ways have got a done deal there. Free transfer.
Yeah, free transfer.
You know what I mean? But so we've lost that. I don't know. Unless something outstanding comes on the market, I don't think City will be in.
First refusal on Ferran Torres though is good though.
Yeah, well, listen, he wanted to go. Well, this is the thing with City fans and City, we're calm. If a player comes to Pep and says he wants to leave, he said he don't want no unhappy faces. He said we're not a club.
What the difference between this side and that side.
We're not a club that makes people stay.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If he wants to go,
if you want to leave, you want to leave.
But they came out to the fans and Pep said, Ferran asked me to leave, So we let him leave. The fans will think, fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll take that now, you know what I mean? Because we know he wanted to leave. So if you don't want to play for Manchester City, move on. We've doubled our dough.
Yeah.
Good deal, all round.
True, you know what I mean? What do you think for the Newcastles, the Watfords, the teams around there? Southampton have got new owners now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy, man. They bought it for 100 million and people say Maguire cost 85.
I know, but the thing is with Southampton, they've probably written a lot of debt. Well, that Simon Jordan on TalkSport said that he was looking at buying Southampton with a consortium, but the figures, that the money that Southampton owes is a joke.
Yeah.
So this guy, they probably got the club for 100 million, but they're going to consolidate all the debts. Newcastle was cheap as well, but they took on all the debts. But Newcastle's made a good signing with Trippier.
Yeah, Trippier.
Man United could have signed him.
At
least he crosses it. That Wan-Bissaka can't cross shit. Can't cross the road, him.
Can't cross. Oh,
fucking bad.
He's honestly the worst right back I've ever seen. I really, really do. Nothing against the lad, but he's just not good enough, mate. There's, again, another signing that City were after, and they just said, well, City were supposedly after. They put it in the newspaper, and it's still.
He never got on it. So he never survived it. So. Never survived.
When you look at the Ronaldo situation, right? Do you think that was a bad signing for United?
Well, you've got to look at it right. The razzmatazz around Ronaldo just got everybody fucking gassed up, which you're going to get gassed up. He's your hero, he's coming back. But when you take a step back, when I said to you, fucking hell, he's not the same Ronaldo that you think he is. He's not, but he's done some individual great stuff in a dark season. You're in the middle of a really shit season, but he's a shining light in it.
Yeah, you know how I describe Ronaldo. He's not a problem, but he's not the solution to our problems.
He's probably, you know what? He's probably a whole big chunk of pressure you didn't need at this time. Someone
said to me another one. There's another good analogy. He's the we've got a cake, and it's the cherry on top. He's a cherry on top, but we don't have the cake yet.
Yeah.
So we bought, we bought all the cherries.
You've done it backwards, innit? You've done it backwards.
You've done it backwards thing.
You've got the top of the cake, but you haven't made the cake yet.
There you go then.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, to be honest. That's
fair play to the lad that told me outside Old Trafford, man.
Because you can't disrespect him because he's a fantastic player.
No, I don't.
But the thing is with him, I just don't think it was the right time. But I think they shit themselves, and I think Fergie shit himself, Ferdinand shit himself, and I think they went, and then they're all like that. Go and get.
You need to have a chat with Rio, man. You chat with Rio. The first thing you do, when you get on that, when you see Rio Ferdinand, I say to him, the United fans are coming after you and saying,
I'm going to tell him next.
Say to him, why did you get Ronaldo?
I'm going to tell him, man.
You said that. You said you got Ollie the contract, you got Ronaldo back, and two of them.
Rio Ferdinand's got a lot to explain at Man United. Put the contract on the table, get him to sign it. So United shit themselves, did that, and then he was like, Ronaldo, don't be going to City. And then they've signed him. Mate, we're 22 points ahead of you now.
22 points.
Do you know what I mean? We've got no striker, mate. We needed a striker, and we've got none.
Yeah. And I tell you what, you go get Ronaldo, I don't think you win the league, because maybe you would have been played a different way and it would have not suited your style.
This is why I told you he's never coming, man. Pep Guardiola doesn't sign players at 36. He gets rid of them.
There you go. But people, we're going to wrap up the podcast here. MANC Talk, we're here, we're live, you know what I mean? Big up to everybody who's in the chat. Obviously, this is premiered, so we are not live, but the live chat is in full play. So please, guys, smash the like on the video. Let's get 500 likes, people. Let's do that, people. If you can get 500 likes, that'll be unbelievable. Steve, BigSteveMcfc, your channel's growing, mate. Instagram growing. Well. Let them know, you know what I mean, bit of support and that, you know what I mean.
Yeah, come and follow me at BigSteveMcfc on Insta, at BigSteveMcfc on YouTube. Plenty of United fans follow me, you know what I mean. My channel's open to everyone. Yeah. No discrimination, you know what I mean, from the Reds there.
Yeah, well.
But it is what it is.
Well, you never know, man. There could be a few coming over that side.
Well, I know you're all jumping ship and that. Come over to the blue side. We'll vet you, make sure that you're a decent lad and you can come and support Man City, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. But from my part, people, keep supporting. And keep subscribing to the channel. Like I said, subscribe to Steve, subscribe to my channel. This has been the MANC Talk, people, and we're out. Take care. Bye. Peace.